Hi, I'm Michael Koenig with California Pacific Brokers.
And I am Maureen Torretto with Loan Depot.
How's it going?
It's going pretty great. How are you?
It's going great because it's raining outside.
It is a rainy day.
We need the rain. We need the green. Keeps the hills green. We were actually going to walk up and down the street today. It would have been a really cool shot, but too much rain noise.
Too much rain noise.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't want to get my hair wet. So there's that.
That's not good. So anyways, let's just talk about a subject that a lot of people have been concerned about, and that's the new tax laws that are taking effect this year. What do you think? Should we talk about that?
Nah.
No?
Let's talk about something else. Because that's boring.
It's very dry. You know, I think I need to vent, actually.
What about?
Okay, this is what I got to vent about. I'm working with a buyer. I'm working with a couple of buyers, and we've written some offers lately and have gotten completely blown out of the water. Extremely frustrating. Am I isolated in that?
You are not. That is a common theme. So it's happened to a couple of my clients as well, as much as $100,000 over asking. And it's very frustrating and disappointing for our buyers.
Yeah, and it's not just limited to, I guess, like, you know, closer to the water, closer to the bay, you know, San Francisco, people see that. It's on the news, right? Homes go for $400,000 or $500,000 over list. We're talking going all the way out to, you were mentioning out
all the way out in Tracy as well, so in the Central Valley.
Yeah, so no one is really immune from that right now. And we're recording this, what is today's date? Today is March 22nd, 2018. So in case you're reading this in the future sometime, well, the future would be now if you're in the future watching this back, let's say 5 years ago, and it's giving me a headache discussing that.
Star Trek.
But anyways, this is the market we're talking about. Spring, late winter, 2018, that's what the market is. People are just going insane, it seems like, on the properties.
And we're just officially into spring. So if that's been happening already in our winter months, I can imagine that spring might get a little bit worse.
It's definitely positive. Possible. It's not positive, it's possible.
So let me ask you, so this is happening to your clients, to my clients, our mutual clients. What can we do to put our clients in the best position possible when they're making their offers?
Good. We need to approach things in a realistic fashion. So definitely be in very good communication with your agent and your lender. It's extremely important. I can't, especially on the listing side, looking at offers coming in, if there's an offer coming in a very competitive market and it's only, let's say, a pre-qualification, that just will not cut the mustard. We want to see everything. What does an agent want to see?
So on my side, what I have heard from agents is getting not just pre-approved, and Michael mentioned pre-qualifying. Pre-qualifying is just me looking at your documents, or not even looking at your documents, just looking at your credit and saying you're approved. Pre-approval is that next level up that I've reviewed all your documents and run it through my system. But what about getting underwriter approval so that the underwriter signed off on your income and your assets and your offer is super, super strong? Does that help when you're submitting that offer?
It definitely helps because you want to see every letter, every I dotted, every T crossed. You want to see, do they have that, like you said, direct underwriter approval?
Right.
Is the money accounted for? Agents want to see proof of funds. You can say you have this amount of funds available for your down payment, but let's see proof of that. Let's see some bank statements or whatever other financial means. They need to see that. So it feels like sometimes we're giving up a lot of personal information, and account information can be blocked out when you're submitting that information.
Always.
And should be.
Always.
Yeah, but you do need to be forthcoming with all of that. You have to put your best foot forward on your very first offer. Don't always count on getting a counter offer, because other buyers out there are very motivated and they're going to put their best foot forward. They might have missed 9 or 10 offers beforehand. So at this point, they're just ready to throw everything in the kitchen sink at that offer. Yeah. So you have to make sure the offer is complete.
Yeah. The other thing I've seen a couple times lately is they're not countering anyone. And they'll be upfront about it, which is great. Hey, put your best offer out there because we're not countering. We're going to take the best of the best and we're just going to move on. It's like, wait. Sometimes people count on that counter to then put what is then going to be their highest and best offer. So if you really, really love that home, don't hesitate. Talk with your lender, talk with your realtor, find out what that best offer would be on that house and go for it. Because you don't want to look back and say, gosh, I wish I would have done this on that home because we loved it and it was the perfect house. If you know it's the one, go for it.
So do your research up front, look at all those numbers up front. and just be realistic about the situation. And preparation obviously is key to that. A good cover letter can also help tip things in your favor if you're very close to another offer, painting that whole story. Good communication between the agents, the agent representing you as a buyer and the listing agent is also key to kind of overcome anything that just kind of falls through the cracks when it comes to making that offer is very, very key.
It is.
So these are all things that you can do to kind of help stack the deck. But the simple answer to a lot of this is the seller is looking for that highest offer regardless of other things. So how do you deal with the situation when, wait a second, this home, there's no way it's going to appraise at that value.
Right.
How do we deal with that? Let's say you're going to put 20% down. That's your plan. But when you look at, let's say, I don't even want to hypothesize on numbers, but let's say the home's going to go $50,000 over where it might be perceived that it appraises. What's the strategy to deal with that?
So sometimes we would restructure your loan. So I just had a situation just recently where that happened. It came in a little bit low, and we were putting 10% down originally. So we restructured the loan for our clients, put the 5% down, then we had the difference that we needed to bring in that shortage, right? So it did make a difference for our clients, but I gave them the option. Here's if you do it this way, what if you do it this way? There's always options. So again, talk with whoever you're working with for your financing and find out what your options are so you can decide and make that decision of what is best for you. But oftentimes, if you have a shortage, things can be restructured a little bit to still make that work for you.
So there is a way. There's more than one way.
Usually a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
But having good communication with everyone involved is going to help create those opportunities. To find out how can we tweak things to make things work without putting you in the poorhouse or eating top ramen for the next 5 years.
That's not fun.
Not fun at all. So persistence will pay off. Trust me, I've seen it with clients time and time again. Just when you're at that point of desperation where you're like, forget it, I'm not going to buy a home. It's just crazy. Put in that one more extra offer, and that might be all the difference that it takes. And then you can be a homeowner in lovely California.
That's right.
Even when it rains.
Even when it rains.
All right. Thanks so much, Maureen. It was
Thank
nice
you.
chatting with you.
Thanks so much, Michael.
Hopefully this was of help to you. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to contact us later on. Adios.
Toodaloo.